Hello everyone, my name's Stephen Murray and welcome to this episode of The Gift of Giving. This is the program that focuses on the representatives of foundations and non-profits here in the state of Nevada, making it a better place for Nevadans. Today's guests we welcome from the county of Nye, the town of Pahrump. They are Connie Alston and Mary Barham. And I thank you both for coming. Connie is you're on the board and you're also the chief fundraiser. And Mary, you're the vice president and also a board member. Is that correct?
Yes.
And you both represent the organization Paws. P-A-W-S, Pets Are Worth Saving. And as you can see, we've got a beautiful little puppy right here. So, first of all, tell us about the mission of the organization and when it was founded. Let's start with you, Connie.
Well, it was founded somewhere around 2015. There was a need. The county was having issues with having enough space, and they had to shut down and reboot and revamp their whole organization. So they asked some of the people in Pahrump to help. I believe there were 5 or 6 people who stepped up and said, there's a great need. So they did it out of their homes. They started collecting dogs that were abandoned, left out. They were just running at large. And they said, well, we now need to put this organization into inception. So that's how Paws began.
Cool. That's great. And Mary, what made you join Pets Are Worth Saving? There's a lot of worthy organizations out there. What was the catalyst that drew you to Paws?
I've actually wanted to do that for quite some time.
Yes.
And when I moved here from California, newly retired and already bored, there was an ad online looking for volunteers, and I started working in the kennels. And history from there. The dogs are wonderful to work with.
Yes.
They come from all different walks of life, and they're looking to us for a little stability in their life.
Of course. And one of them's wandering around by me now. Let me give it a few little pats. And is it dogs and cats? How many different breeds of animals do you actually go out and
Well, it's mostly
take care
dogs,
of?
mostly dogs and cats, but horses. We've had ducks.
Oh,
We've
my.
had chickens. We've had guinea pigs. What else have we had there?
That's mostly-
And you found home for the ducks and the chickens, and
Yes.
you find home for them.
Peacocks. Actually, our president had resident peacocks for quite some time. Actually, anything that kind of clucks or flies or that's alive, actually snakes too. We've taken in and tried to find a home.
Bless your hearts. Bless your hearts. One thing that intrigued me about your organization, other than what you're doing with the animals, is it was founded primarily by seniors and some of them disabled, or most of them disabled. And I understand it's grown, but they were the founders?
Well, it was people who were retired or semi-retired that kind of had time to put in the organization, and people who started working again as like a second job, second career, and said, this is a need. So whatever we have to do to put it in place. We have children, we have young adults, we have some people who would be considered mentally challenged, but it all works out. I mean, I think we have somewhere about 25 to 26 volunteers across the board,
Wow.
between our kennels and our thrift store volunteers and our cat people, and now we have a yard sale team. So people come in and out, but we have a core of probably about 10 people that constantly work. And in an emergency situation, everybody comes in. We had a flood a couple of months ago, and it destroyed our kennels. So Mary and her husband, wow, they went to work. It was wonderful. I mean, the kennels were a mess. We had to do an
Yes.
emergency evacuation of all the dogs.
Oh, shame.
Woo! And take them to the store to keep them there, to keep them safe. So it's been a hard road this year,
Yes.
but we're still working.
Well, it was probably hard during the pandemic too.
Yes.
probably a
Feeding
challenging
them
time.
and taking care of them, and we're self-funded. So trying to get enough money to take care of everybody, and $250, $300 a week in dog food alone. And then there's the cats.
Yes.
And then, we have 2 locations. We have a kennel, which is commercial, so on private property that we have to pay for. And then now we have a thrift store as well that helps to fund us. That's also a separate entity. So 2 rents, all the utilities. And sometimes it's hard, but we always seem to make it.
Yes. Yeah. But never given more to handle than we are capable of handling.
Yes, I think so.
But I want to talk about the Thrifty Paws store a little bit later in the program, because that's got to help out a lot. How many animals do you have in your control at any given time? I know it varies because you never know how many people are going to come in, or stray pets that are going to...
I have to say the dogs are probably getting close to 30.
Yeah, 30 in the kennels, and now we have about
cats.
10 or 12 cats, and we have more kittens. Like today, when we leave, we're picking up more kittens and a mama cat. If somebody comes in and says they can't take care of it, we don't turn them away. Not.
Sure.
If we have any kind of room anywhere, or we have a foster, people will foster them in their own homes, then we help. Unless we can't find someone to foster. One of us will normally step up and help. Senior dogs, disabled dogs, senior cats. We have a cat now that's probably 15, 16. He's in kidney failure, but he's still hanging on, so he's our store cat.
Wow.
And we have our cat manager who faithfully takes care of him.
Jeepers. What caring, compassionate people there are out there. And do you actually do you get many strays?
Yes.
People see dogs and cats walking along the street, and
there was one thrown out of a pickup truck right adjacent to our building, and these people stopped and picked it up, and we took the dog in because they just stopped in the middle of the road, threw the dog out, and drove away.
Wow.
No idea why they would do such a heinous thing, but they did.
Wow.
Just for no
Leave
reason.
them out there totally helpless.
Yeah, I mean, they leave them, take them out to the desert and leave them. There's a rescue team in Pahrump that rescues the dogs, and they call us first. And if we have any room at all, we take them. It's harder to place bigger dogs because we have a license that only allows us to take a certain amount, and we don't own the property, so we can't build more kennels at this point. But if we had a place where we could own, then we could build more kennels, because, I mean, we turn people down every day because we don't have the room.
No, and it probably gets, in your experience, has it gotten worse during the holiday periods when people buy pets for their kids or for other people's kids?
January's horrible.
That's the worst month of the year,
Yeah.
with people returning pets that were given that their families can't take care of. Has that been your experience in the past?
It has. A lot of people will take in dogs without considering the breed, and they get the pet home and realize it doesn't work with their family situation.
Yes.
Or they buy this cute little puppy that turns up to be a 150-pound dog, you know.
Yes.
And they live in an apartment.
Yeah.
And then
one bedroom.
And then there's a lot of people that rent their homes, and the landlords have a say on what type of animals they can
Sure.
have.
And they don't read the leases.
And so, but we always take our pets back. We keep them till we find them a home. It's never
That's
a
great.
problem to bring them back. Never a problem.
That's great. Hold that thought, because we're going to come back after our sponsor break, and we're going to talk about little Batista here and little Cammy, Cammy, wherever she's gone now.
She's on the floor.
But we'll talk about the 2 different kinds of pets that you've got right here. Please stay tuned, everybody. We're going to take a break for a sponsorship break, and we'll be back in a few moments.
As a proud sponsor of the Gift of Giving, Thomas Dermatology is deeply rooted in its Las Vegas community and is always looking for ways to give back and continue to serve patients of the Las Vegas Valley. Amidst the rapidly and ever-changing landscape of healthcare delivery, both nationally and locally, our singular focus on patient care has remained constant. We have grown responsibly, enabling our team of skincare experts to provide all the benefits of a large practice while maintaining the care and relationships that comes with a small, private, local practice. For patients with cosmetic interests, Thomas Dermatology has an extensive aesthetics department featuring a team of experts who provide cosmetic injections like Botox and dermal fillers, as well as a full suite of state-of-the-art lasers and med spa services. The newest addition to the clinic is a facial plastic surgery division, allowing us to treat the aging face more comprehensively. These services are complemented by our extensive inventory of skincare products, offering patients the necessary and evidence-based ingredients to improve and maintain the health and look of their skin at home. Thomas Dermatology strives to be a part of every step in the patient's journey to healthy skin. We look forward to welcoming you and your families.
Thanks for coming back and joining us. And I'd like to thank Thomas Dermatology for the care and compassion that they've given me over the years and for being a sponsor to this program. I'm proud to have you as a sponsor. And welcome back, Connie and Mary. And let's talk about the pups that we have here. Now, this is a little puppy Batista that you took in and adopted yourself, Connie.
Yes, I did.
And how old is little Batista?
Now Batista's 2.
2 years old?
Yes, he's 2.
It's a cute little pooch.
He was a Paws dog. At the time, we got his mother and his father, and he was this nervous little shaky thing. He was about 6 weeks old, and I just absolutely fell in love with him. I couldn't even let him go to the kennel. I was like, okay, I'll take you.
Well,
his name is Batista John. You know?
Oh, excuse me.
It's Batista John, and he thinks he rules our house. But he is absolutely the love of my life. I love this boy. Paws took care of all his spay and neuter, and he had all his shots. He's been microchipped. So, Paws did what they said.
Yes.
Everything that was required for him, his rabies, was done.
Yes.
And he's just a wonderful, wonderful dog. He was socialized through Paws, so I didn't have to do a whole lot of work with him.
Well, he seems very content. I mean, when you came and sat down here, he sat up and curled and almost fell asleep on the table right there. So it's like,
he's like, it was a long ride from Pahrump.
From Pahrump, yes, for sure.
Long ride from Pahrump.
So he went through the Paws program, but
Yes,
he was snapped up pretty quick.
Yeah, he was a Paws child.
Okay.
We actually believe that no Paws child is ever left behind, no matter how long it takes, no matter what we do. They'll get adopted eventually.
Look
You're going
at
to
that.
sleep. They'll get adopted eventually. So sometimes it could take quite a while
Yes.
to find the right home, but we believe that there's a right home for every Paws kid.
There you go. Now you have a Paws kid with you, Mary, who's up for adoption, Cammy.
Yes.
Is
I
Cammy
have-
around there?
Yes, Cammy. She's laying down taking a nap. She's such an awesome pup. Here we go, baby. Yeah, there we go. Sit. Can you sit? There we go. Cammy's about 5 months old. She's a German Shepherd, and you got her there? German Shepherd Collie mix. She's been spayed, microchipped, and is up to date on all her shots. She's been a wonderful little lady back here, behaving herself. She's a puppy, but she just has some wonderful manners. I'm pleased that I brought her here today.
Now
Cammy is up for adoption and looking for a home. We have others about this same age and breed.
What breed is Cammy, Mary?
She's a German Shepherd Collie mix.
Cool.
And it looks more like Border Collie the way she behaves a lot of
Yes.
time. But she is a sweet dog.
Yes. Very licky. She seems to like to lick and very affectionate.
She's very affectionate. She's almost Velcro here sometimes.
Likes eaters.
See, we're going to shake too, huh?
Now,
Yeah,
how
she's
long have you
gonna
been taking care of her?
We got
Mary?
her in August. She was born in June, and we got her and I believe a couple siblings in the middle of August. I don't remember their background because we have had so many litters of puppies come in this year.
Yes.
We have been inundated. I believe there was like 21 litters that came through our shelter.
Something like that.
And it
22.
was
We just got another one
22.
yesterday.
And it was anywhere from 2 puppies would come in, and I believe our largest litter was 8 puppies. So the spay and neuter program is such an important thing.
Yes.
It's such an important thing.
Yes,
So many
indeed.
puppies being born this year.
Wow. Now, you say that Cammy's up for adoption. Now, are there adoption fees in your program, Connie?
Yes, there are definitely adoption fees because we're self-funded, so we do have to charge. But it depends on the age of the animal, and we have different programs. We have a program for senior to senior, which could be from very low cost to no cost if the animal's older. We have a vet program that does some assistance. If the dog is older, it could be a lower fee. If it's a puppy and it's been there a while, then the fee is different. It's a case-by-case basis.
Sure.
We just want to make sure each animal gets into the right home. So we're not interested in price gouging anyone. We're interested in placing the animal in a
Yes,
home.
get them in the right place. So, do you have screenings? If people call and say they want to adopt a dog, do you have some kind of screening process that you put the
They
potential
fill out an
adopters through?
application, and they give us their license, and we sit down and talk to them. Pahrum's such a small little town. We kind of have a feeling of who's good and who's not, and we do have a banned owners list. So we check
Oh,
that
really?
list. So if the person is on that list, they are not allowed to adopt anyone because we want to make sure they're safe. And
Yes.
if the person seems iffy or questionable, you're not getting a paws dog or a paws cat because we want to ensure the safety. If we're not really sure, we will go do a home check. We will do that. As she said, we'll take anybody back. We had one come back 6 years later who was the person, the parents had died, and the children could not take the dog and cat back, so we took them back. So it doesn't matter how long, or whatever the circumstances, any emergencies, we help with euthanizations, we help with medical. We try to help any way in the community to try to assist the pet parents and the pets.
Sure. Now, when the pet parents come and you say you sit down and talk with them, is it 2 of you that sit and talk, or is it one person that goes and makes the decision and says that these people are appropriate?
Well, it's
or these
usually a
people aren't?
team.
So you have a
In the store, there's usually a team of people. Sometimes it's one person because lately we've had, kind of more people being out from illness. But it's usually 2 people. And when they come in there, we do a meet and greet, is what it's called. Because we don't keep the pets in the store. So they come from the kennel, and you can spend time with them and play with them and see how they feel about you and see how you feel about them. And we could kind of tell if it's going to gel or not.
Right.
And, we tell them it's a trial basis. You take them home, it doesn't work out, call us, bring it back.
And what if they pay for adoption? Then you hear from the neighbours that these pets are being mistreated. Have you ever had those situations happen?
And we have gone and gotten them back.
And
Our president is very adamant about no one being mistreated or being left behind. So if that instance comes up, she will take animal control and go.
oh, really?
Yes.
So you get the support and animal control. They're pretty good about backing
Yes,
you.
animal
because-
control is very supportive of our organization, and we appreciate that.
Yes.
They work with us well. And, there are like 3 or 4 different shelters in town. So in an emergency situations like the flood, another organization assisted us, and animal control helped with us. So it worked out for us. But animal control will step in and help us when needed.
Wow. Well, that's great. It's great to have that support because it's that security and comfort level, because you can make mistakes too. None of us are perfect. You think they're going to a good home and you've got Dr. Jekyll's and Mr. Hyde's out there. So,
People can fool you.
yeah,
You know?
but people can. Let's talk a little bit about Thrifty Paws, the store itself. Now, that was created to help cover the costs, defray
Yes.
the expenses. And how's that worked out?
It's kind of
I know
an
you've just
eclectic
moved,
bag. I mean, we have everything from furniture to clothes to vintage antiques. People donate items to us. So we never know what we're going to get on any given day. And we really appreciate the community donating. We never turn anything down. People can donate from Tuesday through Saturday from 10 to 2. And we're located at 520 East Street in Pahrump. And we're thankful for anything that they give us. Sometimes it's an estate sale. Sometimes it's, someone saying, okay, I've had enough of this. And that's how we have the store. We have an area for the dogs to come in for meet and greets. We have an area for you just to come in and sit and pet if you want to pet a dog. We have a cat area. You can come in and pet a cat. If you can't take a cat home, you can come in and pet one of our cats and have a little, tete-a-tete with a cat. So we're kind of like, it's kind of a mixed bag in our store. It doesn't look like your normal thrift store.
Do you have many people coming and wanting to stroke the snakes?
Well, no. That's our president's deal. I am not a snake person. She likes snakes, and she and her son have dealt with the snakes. I won't deal with snakes, and I'm not dealing with chickens. That's where I draw the line.
And on that note, we're going to take another sponsorship break. Stay with us. We'll be right back.
I started my career in financial services during the Great Recession, one of the worst markets we've ever been through. That challenging period was full of uncertainty, but every challenging period has its opportunities. Investing should never be like gambling. Your financial future is far more important. No one knows what the future holds, but here at Luchia Capital Group, our bucket strategy can help you prepare for whatever lies ahead. I'm Joshua Dowden. I've been working with clients for more than 16 years, and I can help you as well. My office is right here in the heart of Summerlin, just north of Charleston Boulevard. Don't let the stock market determine the quality of your retirement. Call me today for a free consultation at 702-508-6421. That's 702-508-6421.
Welcome back, and I'd like to thank Joshua Dowden from Luchia Capital Group for all the financial advice he's given me over the years, and for sponsoring this program. It's great to have you aboard, Joshua. And welcome back, Connie and Mary. Thank you both for taking the time to come in and visit with us today and bring a little Batista and a little Cammy. First of all, how you say you're self-funded. So where does your money come from? Is it mainly from donations? And I know you have Thrifty Paws. Do you get corporate sponsors or?
Last year they created a grant from the county, and we could access that, and so we got enough money last year to help. It wasn't a lot, but it helped us tremendously. Yes. We got some sponsors from the community that they came in and donated larger amounts. We did sales from the store, and we started doing yard sales. We do a yard sale once a month. It's a 2-day sale where that usually pays the rent.
Great.
So that was hard in the summer because it was hot.
It was hot.
It was hot, and now we're going into the cold, but we do what we have to do to make it. Now we're looking for sponsorships and corporate sponsors. Mary?
I recently got in touch with the local business owner, bringing ideas on how we could clear our kennels. Clear our kennels for the Christmas is what we were talking about, and we're looking into speaking with businesses who will pay the adoption fees if someone wants to adopt one of our dogs during this time of this event. Then the corporate sponsor will pay the fee.
Wow, that's a good idea.
We have a few meetings coming up, and our friend, I should mention her name, Shelley. She's been a big help with good ideas to help fund our organization, and we're looking forward to that. It's in the works, and we're making our list of corporations, businesses, or individuals who would be willing to donate enough for someone to adopt a dog.
Have you thought of reaching out, maybe going and speak in front of the Chamber of Commerce? That might be one way
We're
to
going
go.
to become a Chamber of Commerce member this year. We just didn't have the funds last year. The VFW has been really instrumental in helping us.
Yes.
We're doing an event with them for actually for Valentine's Day, and we're doing an event with them for St. Patrick's Day, and they're really supportive of us.
Yeah.
So that's going to help tremendously because they have a post there,
Yes.
and they have a large following at the post.
And for those people that don't know, VFW is Veterans of Foreign Wars.
Yes,
And
yes.
they are great.
They're
a
a
great
wonderful.
organization.
They're a wonderful group.
Yes.
Really, they are.
So you've got different ways of getting money in, different avenues. And what about, you mentioned about the yard sales. Where are the yard sales held? Are they held at the store?
They're held at
Thrifty
the store.
Paws?
Yeah, they're held at the store. It's a Saturday and Sunday, and they're always pre-announced. And it's usually a different date each month, but it's placed in the newspaper for people who don't like to bother with the internet, and it's also put on our site, which is NevadaPaws.com.
Wow. Okay, gotcha. Well, we'll put that up later as well. Now, volunteers.
We need
How
them.
do you do with volunteers? You
We
need
need them.
volunteers.
We
I don't
always
know
need-
any organisation that doesn't need
We
volunteers.
always need
What
volunteers.
qualifications do they
You
need
have to be
have?
at least 16 years of age. If you want to work with the dogs, you can go with Mary. Mary's a kennel manager, and she will show you how to work with the dogs. I'm pretty much float between the store and other things like the yard sale and stuff. But if you're willing to come in and help, we'll find a place for you.
Okay.
No one's turned away that wants to volunteer. We have something for you to do.
Do.
We really do.
For example, we had one lady who moved here from California that would board dogs, and she's retired, and she's here taking care of her mother, and she wanted to help in the kennel, and found out that it was a little too strenuous for her. And so now she's working on her yard sales. She loves
Wow,
doing that.
that's
We just
great.
told her she has great ideas, and she says, "Can I do this and this and this?" And we said, "Go for it," and it's paying out. So we always find a place for someone. There's always
That's-
something to do that somebody fits in that little that notch there.
Or even if it's just brushing the dogs or taking them for walks, you're always looking for people to take dogs for walks.
Yeah,
We could.
just go to our play yard at the kennel, and maybe if you can't, if you're not physically strong, you can take out one of the dogs this size
Yes.
and just, play with them in the play yard, sit in a chair and throw a ball.
Yes.
So there's not something because you may not have a lot of physical strength to you. There's something you can do.
Yes.
You can go into the store and you could talk to people. A lot of people come into our store who are probably still by themselves for whatever reasons, and they want to talk and they want to see what we are as a community. And we do a lot of community referrals if they say they need something else along with dog food, or they're new to town. We tell them where to go and and how to get services. So we help out as much as we can. We believe not only do we help the pet, but we help the entire family if we can.
Yes. Boy, so you're really going beyond just the pets.
Well,
you're
the pets are
way
the
beyond.
pets are all part of one family. I mean,
Yes.
I call these guys our furry kids.
Well, I think most people that have pets do consider their dogs and cats and part of the family.
I wish the
you know?
IRS would. Be a nice exception.
I think I'm just going to let that one sit. No, but I think you guys are doing absolutely amazing work out there with these pets, and these are just adorable pets that you brought in here today. I don't think I could stop by because I probably just want to adopt all of them. It's got to be heartbreaking when you see some of these pets come in and they're mishandled.
But
And
when they
it's just-
leave, they're so good. I mean,
I
these
know.
guys at the kennel, they take their time. I mean, it's a lot of work. We've had a couple in the fear. They were just abandoned or just abused, and they worked so hard to get them re-socialized. Oh, and that's the other thing. When you come in for a paws dog, if the dog just came in, it's not going right back out. At least 2 to 3 weeks of socialization, learning skills, learning common commands before the dog is even going back out. And if it takes longer, it doesn't go back out till it's ready.
Wow.
It's not even put up for adoption
No.
until it's ready.
You guys run a tight ship, and it's obviously paying dividends and paying off. You've done a lot of good for your community with as far as pets go since 2015, since you started out. Take our hats off to you. So I think I'd just like to say thank you both for coming in today and being such special guests on this program. You're doing amazing work, and you're making our community a better place, and thank you for that.
You're welcome.
Thank you. Oh, we have a...
I have an announcement.
Oh, okay.
There it
Hi.
is.
This is our show's producer,
I would
John
like
Stiles.
to take Cammy. Can I adopt her?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely.
And you know what else? I will do little videos as we get to know each other as she grows, and I'll send to you guys.
We love that.
And also, you're welcome here anytime. If you need some help promoting anything, you give me a call. We got you. I work with a lot of the rescues here in town.
Awesome.
So, you know, it's all of my animals are rescues. I'm a
That's
failed
awesome.
foster. So,
Well, thank you,
anyway,
John.
Well,
Thank you.
woo!
Well, that's made it worth your trip from Pahrump
that was,
worthwhile.
yep, that was
Or
worth
you
the
got-
trip.
so you're going to adopt Cammy.
Yes,
Well, bless your heart, John,
yes.
and your family for taking Cammy in.
And we do
She'll
love
fit
to,
in just right.
we
Yes.
love to get pictures and
Oh, yeah.
videos of, I call them our graduates.
Yeah.
There you
You
go.
know, people are like, why do you feel like how can you not take them all home? And I said, I'm here for them to graduate.
Yes, yes, that's true. It's in a way, it's probably like seeing kids leave
Yeah.
home. You know, after
Oh,
you see them
yes.
through college, and then they're up and they flee the nest. So
That's true.
once again, thank you both for coming in, and thank you, John Stiles, our producer and owner of WWDBTV, not only for allowing me to host this program, but also for adopting Cammy today and giving Cammy a wonderful, loving home.
Woo!
I'd also like to thank our sponsors, Thomas Dermatology and Joshua Dowden at Luchia Capital Group, and RJ Champion. You'll hear his message right at the end of this program. He's been my business partner for 25 years and is a proud supporter of this program. And I'd like to thank you, the viewer, for tuning in. It's been a pleasure having these guests, and I hope you've enjoyed the program as much as we've enjoyed having them on the show here. Hope you have a fabulous new year, and may 2024 bring you much health and happiness. And I hope you'll join us next week. In the meantime, please stay safe, be kind to one another, and have a fabulous new year. Bye for now.
Mr. RJ Champion is proud to sponsor WWDB-TV's series, The Gift of Giving, and wishes the program much success. Congratulations and gratitude to the featured guests and the organizations they represent. Our community is well served by your tireless efforts to make Nevada a better state for all its residents.